Just waking up surprised in the hospital.
It doesn't go away. It doesn't get easier. It's just always there.
Adults and children alike will no longer suffer from this dreaded disease.
I felt like the world was ending, and it was life-changing.
I think there's always progress. It seems like there's more and more encouraging news all the time.
I specialize in patients with type 1 diabetes, so I would say I've probably seen thousands. And one of the things I've struggled with my patients is to teach them there's a cure coming.
She was always there for me and my family. I remember when I was small, about like 5 years old, 6 years old, I wanted to ask her a question without my parents, and I asked her, when did she think that they would find a cure? She said she went in her office and just cried because she couldn't answer that for me.
I've had diabetes for 36 years, so it's hard to remember what it was like not to have it. Both my daughters were diagnosed with diabetes at a younger age than I was. It's kind of devastating news. As sad as it is, we were probably better prepared to deal with it than a lot of other families who don't have a history of it, don't have it, don't live it day to day.
It could be your sister, it could be your relative, it could be your daughter or your son. It could be anybody. Anybody can get diabetes. It's things that I shouldn't have to think about. I shouldn't have to worry about, and no one else should who has diabetes. It's not fair.
Whenever I see a new patient with diabetes, and of course they're distraught and their family members are overwrought, I always give them encouragement and say, a cure is in your future.
My motivation for supporting JDRF has nothing to do with me, not about my disease. It has to do with the future, that there is no more, that it is one of those things that it was a used to be. There is no fear of another child being diagnosed. There's not a fear of my grandchildren being diagnosed.
It'll be awesome.
I don't know if there's going to be a cure soon, but I really do hope so. Because living with diabetes sucks. And I fear that diabetes is going to shorten my life.
2 hours earlier, on October 30th, 1989, it was the birth of my twin daughters. 2 hours later, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And that's when reality hit me square in the face. Oh my God, I'm gonna be on 4 needles a day for the rest of my life.
The biggest fear I've had is probably just not waking up one morning, you know? And just, you know, losing limbs. Sometimes it's just hard to think about it, you know?
I had hoped that a cure would be available before I retired, so I could retire with a clear conscience, but I believe that in all the patients that you're seeing today, the cure will be present in their lifetime.
I don't think I'll always have diabetes. It's gonna take the one little thing that the doctors didn't have before, but they're gonna find it, and they're gonna say it was this one little thing. We should have had it all along.
I would not be able to speak. I'd be just so happy for me and every other diabetic that walks the earth today.
JDRF needs your help. Diabetes will not go away on its own.
Never, ever let diabetes get in your way. Always, you know, you gotta power through it.
I see what JDRF has done. If I didn't feel as though they were making a difference, I wouldn't be here.
It's been such a privilege and an honor to take care of all the patients that I've been lucky enough to take care of.
Life is good. It is good to me. And it was meant for you to live and be free. To live and be free.
I would like to wish Dr. Abelseth a good retirement and tell her that she's been an amazing friend and an even better doctor. Thank you, Dr. Abelseth.
I'm always in there and talking to Dr. Jill and spending time with her because, you know, we love Dr. Jill.
When I heard she was retiring, I just couldn't imagine that there would be really another doctor that could take care of me as well as Dr. Abelseth did all these years. I made a promise to her that I would invite her to my wedding.
She can always make you smile. I can tell she really cares.
I just think she's the most wonderful doctor ever.
Through all the turmoil and hardship, we couldn't have done it without you.
Congratulations on your retirement, and you're the best doctor ever, and I love you.
Imagine a life without diabetes. Imagine a vaccine that will actually prevent patients from developing diabetes. So all these parents that live in fear because they have diabetes and are afraid their children are in fact going to develop diabetes. Imagine a vaccine that will prevent that.
We're all here tonight for the same reason.
To ask you to support JDRF.
Help us turn type 1 into type 9.
None.
We hope that all of your loved ones will never, ever be diagnosed. We hope they will never have to experience this. And by your help and your generosity, that can become a reality. That's why we're here tonight.
So please, please give generously tonight so all the work that we have done for our patients with diabetes will not be in vain. And all the researchers who toil so hard to cure this disease, please dig deep into your pockets and help us cure this disease. Thank you.
Lift your head up high and open your eyes. You can choose to be happy. If you try, you might be surprised.